I actually have some really great news, but before I tell you that, I really should not have been making any videos today. If you look back at my videos, I'm just like so tired. I'm talking even slower than I normally do. And I just realized I took my sleep medicine this morning, my trazodone, instead of my blood pressure medication. I'm like, I literally could not function today, but it's wearing off. So, midterm elections, there are some election experts that are assessing the situation. And I want to say this with caution: do not get comfortable. Do not get comfortable. But apparently, the special elections that Democrats have won have exceeded the polls by record breaking numbers. In other words, where everybody was worried that the polling organizations were not capturing the true support for Donald Trump, they feel that everything is reversed now, that Democrats have some serious momentum on their side, a lot of thanks to progressive candidates like Zohran Mamdani, that polling organizations are not going to be able to capture that support because we have been outperforming the polls. So that's really good news. It says that even though young men seem to be leaning more to the right, they're just, it's the funniest term that they used, shit posters on the internet. They're loud, they're obnoxious, they're idiots, but they truly do not represent the majority of young men. Young men are still leaning more liberal, Gen Z, more so than men in the boomer generation, but it's significant. And if we put forward more progressives to choose from, they're going to turn out to vote like they did for Zohran Mamdani. It shows that the independent support now has flipped to Democrats. If an election were held today, Democrats would win by a 2-1 margin. And then, of course, we've gained the whole Hispanic vote. What they're saying about the gerrymandering is that if we continue to perform like we did in the special elections, it doesn't matter about the gerrymandering because we're still going to eke out a win in those districts. We're still going to. There were so many Trump seats that we won in special elections that Trump won by double digits that we flipped, that no amount of gerrymandering is going to stop us from gaining seats. One of the words of caution was, especially in the Senate races, we have to keep the seats we currently have, and then, of course, flip the other blue. They feel very worried about Susan Collins. If she wins the primary, she will not beat the Republican. She's too old. She's too centrist. Yeah, it was just a whole lot of important, I think, valuable opinions that they gave. But stay the course. Try not to get too distracted. We've got campaigns to help.